like, when when she'd say, when I saw her the last time, she'd say, when you and Donnie are in town, let's get together, let's go to dinner. And I think she kind of actually forges real friendships with people she likes. And I think Teddy is a perfect example of that. That's a real friendship. But no, I don't think the other people necessarily do. And I think that whatever friendships they have is more out of necessity for the show.
And that's many, many franchises. Many.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Most.
It's a very strange thing to act like you're friends with someone on television and you go on trips together and you're at dinner and you're at lunch and you spend more time with these people than you do with your real friends. And then when it's over with, you don't do any of these things, but yet you're supposed to be able to argue with them and make up with them like friends. It's weird. It's a weird dichotomy.
It's a weird, well, that's why, I don't even know how I would do the job, because I would keep everything in mind I said before, but then but I would both ways. So when you were cutting me and saying whatever about me, I really wouldn't care. I wouldn't get mad. I would be like, I don't care. Because I just want to be here and just I want that check to clear. I mean, I would fight back, but I wouldn't, I don't even know. I'd have to force myself to fight back. I'm a lawyer. I could cut you with one sentence in my
right.
skin, but I wouldn't feel it. I wouldn't feel the angst because I wouldn't care, because you're not my friend. And I would know that you're doing your job. So then I would come back at you. I don't know. It's a weird, and I could do all the social media and get down and dirty just to keep my job, which is not even part of the job. But I don't know. I wouldn't, these people have such angst. I know off camera, not really Beverly Hills, but I know that these housewives, many of them have called me and they want dirt on this one. This is really, I'm not talking about the $1 million check on camera. I'm talking about, honey, the shit stopped. It's not. Why are you so, they still,
yeah.
Why do you want, they want to dig. They spend, they go through research. Oh, and I'm going to speak to her friend from high school. This is real. This is, honey, there's no cameras rolling. This is in between seasons. I want to come back next season to destroy her. That's where I'd be please call me the day before filming, or actually let me scratch that. When we start filming and the check is cleared on the first hour, that's when we can have this conversation. This is my off time. That would be me. They don't.
Yeah, I think it's a difference of,
they don't have anything else in the world. This is
maybe, yeah, maybe it's just because there's this is the biggest thing going on. And maybe it's also because, the majority of them, for the most part, it's not like they had these big, blooming careers. And, it's worse when someone gets the power and gets some money. They always say you see who someone really is when they have money or they have power. And so, maybe a lot of it is insecurity, low self-esteem, and they get in this position and it's like someone's swinging at them. Well, then they're going to just swing back harder. But it's, yeah.
But that's why, to me, like you said, fame or money, I think some people would say fame, but lots would say money. But that's why, to me, Beverly Hills is the strangest of all the franchises, because
I agree.
Because when you had nothing, and now I can point to someone on the OC, it's your 5th year, you were making nothing. Now you're making 500. Good for you. This is women empowerment. You're okay. You need this check. You actually need it. You need the 400,000. Right. I mean, then you have a Crystal Khan or a Sutton or a Kyle. There are people that are less well off on Beverly Hills, but right? So why are you there?
I think, and what's really funny, and one of the other things that I wanted to ask your opinion about with Crystal, with the friends, where she lost 14 friends, right? And I didn't really understand when she said on the show, the reunion, that they stopped being her friends when they found out she got the show, but before she started filming the show. I didn't really understand that, but something along that line. And then Kyle said, well, these are women that were offered the show and didn't take it. And that I know is true. There are a decent amount of women in LA that were offered, or that, you know, Evolution would love to have them be a part of the show. I don't know who they are, but I mean, I've heard plenty of women say, oh, they asked me to do that, or da, da, da. I've heard so many women tell me they were invited to be on the show. And there's a good amount, even if they ever were or weren't, they put it down. And you are instantly beneath them for having done it. And I'm sure it's the same in New York.
I was just gonna say, I know people in New York that have been asked, and they're just like, I mean, listen, if you're, to your point, what do you want, fame or money? So if you have a ton of money in New York City or LA, you have a husband that you actually love, like it's a real marriage. You actually are married to the right person. You're in the 10% of the people in the world that is lucky to be married to their soulmate.
Yep.
You have children.
Yeah.
Why? Now I understand when you need that first year 60,000 because it could lead to 600,000, but when you have like $40 million to your name and they want you on the show, why? That is like, you are doing this show for one reason only, period, the end, fame. I don't want to hear it. Why? You have $50 million. Why are you there? To promote your product? Sure. Do you need to really promote your product and sell your soul? You have $50 million.
But I'll say this, I don't have $50 million, but I definitely, you know, have enough money to say I have fuck you money, you know what I mean? And I did it. I have a great marriage.
That's true.
Have all those things.
You just disproved all my points. You're right.
I'm just, yeah. And I'm the perfect example. Like, and I had so many people ask me, why did you do it? Why? And honestly, I was like, I don't know why I did it. It kind of fell in my lap. And it was one of those things where I kind of questioned, why did this happen? You know, all right, I have nothing to hide. You can dig to China. You're not going to come up with like any bad, I've never been arrested. I don't have anything horrible. So I just kind of felt like I didn't have anything to lose and I just try it.
Well, that's a valid point.
But there might be some people like that.
Right.
Why would Crystal do it? Why would Crystal do it?
Well, you mentioned Teddi Mellencamp, according to Teddi Mellencamp, her ex-friend, Teddi says she knows these 14 women, and there were people in the group that Housewives approached. Now, I don't know, I'm not saying they got very far, but